51年春来临，到处都是安然的春意。
把所有美好祝福一起团体，祝福你新年事事顺利。
众大吉祥，男女老少喜相迎，到处都充满洋洋的喜气。
把所有不如意装进鞭炮里，送走每迎接福气，每个人欢天又喜地。
穿新鞋，压把欢心意，我们攀福禄寿伤心，送上一年的吉利。
那曾经许下的愿望，从此刻起全都开启。新年贺新喜，天天有惊喜，
一切顺心顺意，永远好心情。
新年有新意，万象都更新，
别再留恋回忆，幸福是每天不变的表情。
新年贺新喜，处处是暖意，
快乐如影随形，爱不会结冰。
新年好运气，要学会珍惜，
不管何时何地，福禄寿喜，一直陪伴着你。注意到15，大家齐欢舞，
热闹新春，万事来更新，
招财又进宝，幸福把你抱。
祝进开怀笑，好运往上飘。
嗨，大家好，我是明顺，祝大家福如东海，寿与天齐。
大家好，文芳在这里祝大家在新的一年里财源广进，春风得意。
众大吉祥，男女老少喜相迎，到处都充满洋洋的喜气。
把所有不如意装进鞭炮里，送走每迎接福气，每个人欢天又喜地。
穿新鞋，压把欢心意，我们攀福禄寿伤心，送上一年的吉利。
那曾经许下的愿望，从此刻起全都开启。新年贺新喜，天天有惊喜，
一切顺心顺意，永远好心情。
新年有新意，万象都更新，
别再留恋回忆，幸福是每天不变的表情。
新年贺新喜，处处是暖意，
快乐如影随形，爱不会结冰。
新年好运气，要学会珍惜，
不管何时何地，福禄寿喜，
一直陪伴着你。
This Chinese New Year songs is sponsored by Hawkeye Tonic, Hawkeye Tiger King Abalone, but can have more than New Year.
One hit station for UTP. User track player. Dinner time. Now it's time for 6 p.m. The time now is say why party here. Dinner time. Dinner time. Dinner time.
Cool the mental wave of rain to pass the mind. 你看看大伙儿合照，就你一个人没有笑，是我们装傻，还是你真的有很多普通人没有的困扰？我才懒得给你解药，反正你爱来这一套，为爱情折腰，难道不是你一直以来戒不掉的癖好？你在想谁，想到睡不着，你应该觉得骄傲。很多人想失恋也没有目标，只是想睡个好觉。别炫耀，别说你还好，没什么不好，你就怨日子枯燥。没什么烦恼，恐怕就想到什么生存意义，想到没完没了。你给我听好，想哭就要笑，其实你知道烦恼会解决烦恼，新的刚来到，旧的就忘掉，渺小的控诉就是你想要的生活情调。还会有人让你睡不着，还能为某人燃烧。我亲爱的，这样浪漫的煎熬，不是想要就能要。别炫耀，别说你还好，没什么不好，你就怨日子枯燥。没什么烦恼，恐怕就想到什么生存意义，想到没完没了。你给我听好，想哭就要笑，其实你知道烦恼会解决烦恼，新的刚来到，那旧的就忘掉。渺小的控诉只是证明生活并不无聊。别说你还好，没什么不好，你就怨日子枯燥。没什么烦恼，恐怕就想到什么生存意义，想到没完没了。你给我听好，想哭就要笑，其实你知道烦恼会解决烦恼，新的刚来到，旧的就忘掉。渺小的控诉只是证明生活并不无聊。别让我知道，其实你在背着我们偷笑。
User track player.
User track player. Traffic update.
On the roads before the Victoria Street exit, Bencoolen Street, North Bridge Road, Orchard, before the Maxwell Road exit, Admiralty, Woodlands, please drive carefully, CTE to SLE broken down.
Traffic was heavy at Telecare exit, accident at Dover Crescent exit, City Hall direction Lavender, watch out for the traffic, before Geelong West exit, after Gay Lang direction. Alright, we know the story of Nyan.
User track player traffic update is brought to you by Volkswagen. The Volkswagen Jetta, meet the Jetta. The Jetta strikes the perfect balance with a sophisticated look, sleek character lines and a comfortable, modern interior. At Volkswagen Center Singapore for test drive.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
6:10 p.m.
User Track Player Time Report is brought to you by Coltex. Coltex Go. Our stations may get busy sometimes, and that means physical payments can create congestion at the cashier area. As we continue to practice social distancing, we strongly encourage all drivers to make contactless payment via our Coltex Go app, only at Coltex.
Hello, the User Track Player Dinner Time Story Time, Chinese New Year special for the story of Nian. I'm Evan J.
And Paul, so we here for the story of Nian as Legend of Monster Nian.
Legend of Monster Nian. Chinese New Year, Spring Festival, is the oldest traditional festival in China, but a few people concern the origin and story behind the holiday. Many existing customs and activities of the festival actually can be traced back to a popular story of the monster Nian, which helps to explain why and how the festival is celebrated. According to the ancient Chinese legend, in ancient time, there was a ferocious monster named Nian with sharp teeth and horns. Secluding itself in the dark sea for a long time, the beast would go on shore by the end of the lunar year and hunt people and livestock. Therefore, every time before the New Year's Eve, all the villagers would escape to remote mountains to avoid Nian's attack.
Things took a turn from another New Year's Eve. When all the dwellers were bursting to take refuge in the mountains, the village welcomed a strange old man. With silver hair but bright piercing eyes, he was a beggar in rags, walking with a stick. Drowned in great panic, villagers shuttered their doors and windows dead and packed their parcels for life necessities. Everything was in a scene of chaos, and no one cared about the newcomer. A granny from the east of the village came to the old man and gave him some food. She repeated the terror of the monster Nian and persuaded him to flee with others together. However, the old kept cool and smoothed his whisker slowly, requesting to stay one night in the old woman's house, and he would expel away the beast of prey in reward. The granny was not fully convinced of his promise, and she continued her persuasion. However, the old man did not change his mind, and having no alternative, the woman left and escaped to the mountain alone.
At midnight, the monster broke into the village ultimately, but it sensed the subtle change of the atmosphere. In the past, the entire village was in dead darkness, but at that time, the house in the east was lighting. Approaching to the house slowly, it found all the doors and windows pasted with red papers and many candles lit inside the house. The beast trembled and squalled, glaring at all strange things. Caught by rage and irritation, it swooped to the front door. At that very moment, loud cracking sound burst in the courtyard, daunting Nian not to dare come closer. The front door was opened in a flash, and the old man came out in red gown, roaring with laughter. The monster Nian was gravely frightened, fleeing through the dark night.
Till the next day, villagers returned back to their tribe, surprised at the undamaged scene of the village. At that moment, it dawned on the old granny that the relief from Nian came from the old man's promise. She hastened to other villagers and told them about the beggar's commitment. Desiring to check out the truth, all the people flocked to the old granny's house and they found the red papers on doors and windows, candles in the house and the unburnt bamboo in the courtyard. Soon, villagers were enlightened by the truth that the bamboo burning cracking, red color and bright light were magic keys to scare away the monster.
In order to celebrate the triumph over the monster, people dressed anew and visited neighbors to share the joy. The news spread, and everyone commanded the ways of defending against the beast. Hence, on every New Year's Eve, people would paste red spring couplets, light candles, burn bamboos and later set off fireworks to ward off all the evil spirits. The entire village and town were ablaze with lights, and people would stay up to welcome the new year. Many of the traditions are inherited till today. According to the story, Chinese New Year's Day or the Spring Festival is also called Go Nian, which means surviving in the Nian's attack. The red becomes the most popular color for festival celebration and dressing code.
Story has over for the story of Nian in the Chinese New Year special. So February 1st 2022 is the Chinese New Year for the Year of the Tiger. We'll be right after the breaks.
You're listening to Use a Track Player.
For first place of my pop song.
And find the way general of people.
Hey, that is supplements.
What is it?
It's a gout control 60V caps from Herbal Farm is a good health for the nutrients for formulated to soothes inflammation, maintains uric acid levels.
Why is here at?
As a dietary supplement, adults take 1 or 2 capsules daily as needed, preferably with a meal or as recommended by a physician. At this gout control.
All right.
Please call at 6749-0004.
Gout Control 60V caps from Herbal Farm, the most favorite fruit vitamins for the good supplement.
Wow, look at him. I'd do him right now.
Yeah, me too. If he weren't bald. You may not know it, but this happens to every man at least twice a day. If you're balding, you might as well kiss sex goodbye. Even if you're 16 and have a full head of hair, women can tell if you're going to go bald. And that spells trouble. Let's face it, women hate bald men, except basketball players. What causes baldness? Don't take this the wrong way, but the explanation may be downstairs. It's bald, and it wants you to be too. Through a partially scientific study, doctors have determined that an abundance of testosterone causes baldness. And let's be honest, who needs testosterone? Now science brings you Castrodon. Castrodon goes to the glands that produce testosterone and kills them, protecting your hair and saving your sex life. Within a few days, you'll notice a big difference. You'll begin to look and feel different. If you are willing to do anything to stop the unspeakable from happening to you, take Castrodon. Remember, baldness is loneliness. May impair driving, timekeeping, map reading, and home improvement skills. Castrodon may also cause periodic moodiness, retail addiction, face painting, and menstruation.
Lowe's knows you're a craftsman guy. You have a lot of tools. Tools for everything you've done around the house. But there's the moment you realize your new project means new tools. When tool guys need new tools, they start with Lowe's, the new home of craftsmen.
Use a Track Player.
嗨，大家好，我是郑秀珍，我是郭淑贤，我是谢婉玉，在这里要祝大家生活如意，爱情甜蜜，天天好预兆。不知道什么好预兆，突然我眼睛跳呀跳，莫非是喜事已来到？天在我心里，喜上我悲伤。不知道什么好预兆，会听到喜鹊叫呀叫，莫非是喜事已来到？跟着那春风到处去报告。眼睛呀不停跳，喜鹊呀不停叫，反而我心里莫名其妙乱糟糟。不知道是高兴，不知道是烦恼，这一种感觉模模糊糊真微妙。不知道什么好预兆，我坐立不安又心焦，真的是喜事已来到，天在我心里，喜上我眉梢。春节将至，祝大家在新的一年里，所有的希望都能如愿，所有的梦想都能实现，所有的等候都能实现，所有的付出都能兑现。眼睛呀不停跳，喜鹊呀不停叫，反而我心里莫名其妙乱糟糟。不知道是高兴，不知道是烦恼，这一种感觉模模糊糊真微妙。不知道什么好预兆，忽然我眼睛跳呀跳，莫非是喜事已来到？天在我心里，喜上我眉梢，喜上我眉梢。
This Chinese New Year songs is sponsored by Hulk Tonic, Hulk Tiger King Abalone, but can have more than New Year.
要放你在心上。天黑了就会亮，心痛了就让一让，决定了就不要想，多看看月亮，我多么想念你，想念你无私爱我的勇气，在慌乱城市里，在昏暗深夜里，你像是月光照亮一条小径，我多么想念你，想念你亲口说你是爱我的，当喧闹都暂停，当人群都散去，你总是为我开着那一盏灯，等我回去。我是多么爱你的，不想让你担心，不要再有怀疑，所以我要亲口对你说，我好想你。
User track player.
User track player. Traffic update.
Now the traffic update. Traffic is wet after the direction of River Valley Road, Kalang to Yuncheng Road exit, West Coast Walk direction car broke down, Alexander Road direction to Nickel Highway exit, direction of Cha to Kang exit.
Before Chantek exit with heavy traffic, there is an accident in the direction of Woodlands at the KJE intersection, before the TPE exit, before the Mandao exit. Please drive carefully in the direction of the Kranji exit. User track player traffic update is brought to you by Volkswagen. The Volkswagen Jetta, meet the Jetta. The Jetta strikes the perfect balance with a sophisticated look, sleek character lines and a comfortable, modern interior. At Volkswagen Center Singapore for test drive.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Newsletter preview wants to tell you. Garuda costume the start of last Malay Heritage Center exhibition before closure for revamp. A Garuda costume, a half-bird, half-man vehicle of war in Malay folklore, at the Malay Heritage Center in Kampong Glam. The Malay Heritage Center, MHC, in Kampong Glam, once a palace open only to Malay royalty, is throwing its doors open one last time before it shuts later this year. Jail for dad who breached personal protection orders, assaulted family and threatened to kill son. A father breached personal protection orders, PPOs, filed against him to protect his family, and assaulted his wife and 2 children on multiple occasions while he was drunk. He struck his son's back multiple times with a padlock on one occasion and told him he would not stop until the boy was dead. The newsletter has 6:32 p.m. will report details now.
User Track Player Newsletter Preview is brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric. Mitsubishi Electric Star Max Aircon gives your excellent energy savings, it's easy to clean, and it's same none of the quietest.
In fact, if they turn the commercial pop, he's of civil, and get for the money.
But
User Track Player.
Hey, what was the name of that company that helped us with the Davis account a while back?
I don't know. Did they leave anything with their name on it?
I don't think so.
Not a pen, a mug, a magnet, nothing.
Maybe their company didn't have a name.
No name company, who could you be?
We need your expertise, but your name's lost on me.
No name company, where are you?
We don't know your name, don't have a clue.
We were going to use you, but now we're not.
Your favorite company whose name we forgot.
From what we recall, you're the best of the lot. But when it comes to name recognition, you've got squat.
Boy, tough break for that no-name company.
Oh, yeah.
Who? Never mind.
It's hard to attract business if no one knows you're in business. So Staples makes it easy with all the promotional products your business needs to get your name out there. From shirts and jackets to pens and hats. And right now get 25% off any promotional products order. Staples. That was easy. Limited time offer available in select stores only. See store for details.
Tired of all the sunshine and good weather? Looking for a real American vacation? Visit the shining jewel in the Rust Belt crown, Casa City. It's a real man's vacation. The pride of a nation is in Casa City. It's steel, ice, and poverty. Spend a romantic evening in the beauty of the nighttime river glow at the Flaming River. Watch real men who make things lose their jobs and fight on our special Closing the Mill guided tour. Come see what we're really made of. This is real America. Drunk, proud, unemployed, and angry. Hear the eagle roar in Casa City. This is what the Heartland is all about.
Sexual realignment used to require expensive surgery, months of hormone treatments, years of therapy, and you still ended up looking like a drag queen. Now you can let the woman inside come out in the privacy and comfort of your own home, and it's as fast as this. Slice.
See? Now I'm a woman, thanks to Rapadite. This do-it-yourself sexual realignment kit includes everything you need to go from Brad to Brenda in a jiff. It's just snip, chop, stuff, and swallow, and away you go. Do it in the bathroom and surprise your family with the new you. Comes with an instructional video, rusty knife and tourniquet, 2 aspirins, and 47 pounds of estrogen. It's all you need. When it's time for a change, you want it fast. Rapadite, the do-it-yourself sexual realignment kit. Be exactly who you want to be.
Music, talk, news. On User Track Player.
User Track Player.
什么用？还不是烦恼多一重，还不是有始无终。来匆匆，没想到去也匆匆。昨夜梦，却见你含情笑容。星夜无踪，夜空之下只有我在回想着往事无言。我好了吧，还是把希望托夜空。多一重，还不是有始无终。 世界，凡人的誓言，无声无息跨越，喜怒笑泪交叠，当一切好像完全记忆改写，这一场情感的考验，人开始转变，男人内心的感觉，女人眼睛的直觉，渺小和伟大，全凭一份信念，乐度明天，人生流露无遇见，心绞心美好都呈现，谢谢你认可的一天，感动千百遍。包容彼此一面，面对空间时间，你是我的依恋，陪我乐度明天，当一切好像完全记忆改写，这一场情感的考验，人开始转变，男人内心的感觉，女人眼睛的直觉，渺小的伟大，全凭一份信念，乐度明天，眼神流露不遇见，心绞心美好都呈现，谢谢你认可的一天，感动千百遍，人开始转变，的感觉，我的直觉，全凭一份信念，遇见，谢谢你，感动千百遍。
World's first apple cider vinegar gummy. Taste the apple, not the vinegar. Pectin is recognized as an important prebiotic that supports healthy flourishing of the gut flora, ultimately providing a beneficial environment in the gut. Only from Herbal Farm.
Time, brought to you by Herbal Farm. Herbal Farm, the greatest wealth is health. Please call 67490004.
Realizing the situation, believing in the terrace, and pouring into chapters is time-consuming. Use your track player newsletter.
Hello, this is Evan J.
Paul, for the newsletter.
Garuda costume. The start of last Malay Heritage Center exhibition before closure for revamp. A Garuda costume, a half-bird, half-man vehicle of war in Malay folklore, at the Malay Heritage Center in Kampong Glam. The Malay Heritage Center, MHC, in Kampong Glam, once a palace open only to Malay royalty, is throwing its doors open one last time before it shuts later this year. Its final offering, a special exhibition titled Cerita, meaning stories in Malay, and the result of more than a year of curatorial efforts. With the center closing for a revamp that is expected to last for at least 2 years, it will be the last chance visitors get for a while to view what was the seat and historic home of Malay royalty in Singapore more than 180 years ago. The exhibition opens on January 28 and will run till July 31. It is open to the public and free of charge. On Thursday, January 20th, MHC unveiled a Garuda costume, a half-bird, half-man vehicle of war in Malay folklore. With a wingspan of 3.4 meters, it is easily the star of the new exhibition. The mythical bird costume brought in from Yogyakarta, Indonesia, is among more than 80 objects, either taken from the national collection or borrowed from landers, that are meant to spark conversations about what being Malay means. True to its mission to offer something to everyone, the exhibition has not much by way of a unifying theme, but covers arts and culture, history, food, sports and daily objects. Common objects such as the gasing, a traditional Malay spinning top, are displayed in glass cases. But visitors will also be able to admire a ceremonial circumcision chair and an intricately carved botak, a terraced structure used by those more well-off to keep spices and medicine. A botak with 5 drawers on display at the Malay Heritage Center. The exhibition also looks back at Kampong Glam in the 1940s, when it was a busy port hub for those en route to Mecca and Medina. A hand-drawn map by artist Latif Mohidin shows how close the sea used to be to Beach Road before Lander was reclaimed. Together with the exhibition, MHC will launch its annual Malay Culture Fest, to be held over 3 weekends. In past years, the festival saw hundreds of people on the streets of Kampong Glam, gathering night after night to watch various performances. This year, however, celebrations will be scaled back amid an evolving coronavirus situation. A map of then Kampong Glam, 1949 to 1954, by artist Latif Mohidin at the Malay Heritage Center. Guest curator Syed Muhammad Hafiz said the curators have tried to incorporate the usual performance elements into the exhibition instead, since performers from Indonesia will not be able to travel here. Senior manager Madnir Ali adjusting a costume from the Tari Golek Menak, Dance of the Rod Puppet. MHC assistant curators Indra Nazar said setting up the Garuda costume itself made him realize how tiring it must be for the performer to wear it on stage. It took 3 people to arrange the costume at the exhibition, but the performer must wear it while another person, who is playing the hero astride the bird, rides on his back and shoulders.
Jail for dad who breached personal protection orders, assaulted family and threatened to kill son. A father breached personal protection orders, PPOs, filed against him to protect his family, and assaulted his wife and 2 children on multiple occasions while he was drunk. He struck his son's back multiple times with a padlock on one occasion and told him he would not stop until the boy was dead. On Thursday, January 20th, the Singaporean man, 54, pleaded guilty to 5 charges for offenses that include voluntarily causing hurt against his family, and was jailed for 6 months and 2 weeks and fined $1,000. 9 other charges that include similar offenses were taken into consideration during his sentencing. The offender and his family cannot be named as his daughter, now 17, is covered under the Children and Young Persons Act. The court heard that the father had 2 PPOs against him that restrained him from using violence against his wife, 50, and his children. Deputy Public Prosecutor Chen Jincheng noted that the mother, an Indian national, and the daughter were close to the man and frequently contacted him. The Straits Times understands that during the time of the incidents, the man would stay over at the family's home occasionally. At 7 a.m. on April 26, 2020, the man visited his family's home while he was drunk and argued with his wife and daughter. He struck his wife's arm and his daughter's face after the girl asked him to leave. A month later on May 17, he was drunk again when he visited and demanded money from his son, now 21. When his son refused, the man pushed him and grabbed a pair of scissors from the kitchen, but did not use them to attack him. His daughter called the police for help when the man went to the void deck to cool off. The son had a scratch on his neck but did not seek medical attention. On March 17 last year, the man went to his family's unit at 6:15 am while he was drunk and again quarreled with his son and hit him several times on his upper body. He left after his wife and daughter urged him to calm down and separated him from his son. But the man soon returned and slapped and punched his wife's face as she tried to block his attacks. He struck his daughter's face when she shouted at him to stop. He then left the flat. The man's jail sentence was backdated to December 4, 2021, to account for his time in remand. He will spend an additional 4 days in jail as he is unable to pay the $1,000 fine. Those who voluntarily cause hurt can face a maximum sentence of 3 years in jail and a fine of $5,000. Newsletter has over. For more information please log on to this website at 8world.com/news. More details.
User track player. User track player.
Weather report.
Now this weather for windy at Singapore from 1 p.m. to 7 to 15 on January 20th, 2022. On Thursday, it's 24 and 33 degrees.
User track player weather report is brought to you by SPC. SPC Levo formulated with advanced friction reduction technology. The improved SPC Levo petrol provides a smoother and more responsive drive, giving you greater fuel savings. SPC keeps getting better.
User track player.
User track player.
Traffic update. Marsiling to Woodlands exit, SLE direction, Yishun Avenue 6 direction, Admiralty direction. Please drive carefully before Ang Mo Kio exit, Bugis to City Hall exit. Vehicle broke down before PIE towards Bedok North direction.
Raffles Place. The direction of the CTE exit was wet with traffic. The direction of Punggol had an accident, and the traffic was heavy at the Sengkang exit.
User track player traffic update is brought to you by Volkswagen. The Volkswagen Jetta. Meet the Jetta. The Jetta strikes the perfect balance with a sophisticated look, sleek character lines and a comfortable, modern interior. At Volkswagen Center Singapore for test drive.
Volkswagen, das Auto.